y'all. So I've been finding out a lot of things spiritually, and it's a lot of Krampus situations going on. Um, a lot of people are just too much fighting over bread, y'all. People fighting over bread that they're not even supposed to have. Like they're not even. It's not even in their soul plan or their purpose. It's like a lot of people think they know what their purpose is because they enjoy something. Everything you enjoy, it's not what God has chosen you to do. Just because you enjoy it don't mean you're supposed to do it. Like I enjoy like certain things, but I'm not gonna do them because it's not my soul plan. I enjoy Law and Order shows, Judge Judy and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna go ahead and go ahead and say I'm supposed to be a judge. A lot of people don't realize that just because you get attention for what you're doing, don't mean it's what you're supposed to do. In the end, when you lay your head on a pillow all night, at night, even all night, and you lay your head on that pillow, if the purpose, if you feel like you didn't have to cheat, do tricks, or you was able to be truly honest, you had a lot of integrity, there was nothing sneaky done about it, it came natural, it was so natural even in the flow state, then that's probably a part of what you're chosen to do. But if it's not, if the opposite occurs, like you have to do sneaky things, you're struggling to fight your way, you got to do all this hardcore meditation just to make it happen. You got to constantly lock into mindfulness just to make it happen. You got to constantly watch and spy and all the little sneaky things, and it's not what you're chosen to do. And this is critical because you need peace when you shut your eyes. You need to not live in fear of getting caught. Or what if there's a hell? Or what if there's karma exists? You don't want to live in that type of fear or anxiety that someday you might be judged for the things you did to try to do something that you enjoy, but the things you did was not approved by the creator or the energy of the entire world. Why live in that type of fear? Even if you don't believe in heaven and hell, what if there is one? Like, there's always a chance. So why risk it? Why even risk it with this sneaky behavior? You know, that people have, the Krampus mindset. It's really out of control. It's really out of control. People are treating the online world like it's public. It's like a public dumpster. Like, even though it's not a dumpster, even though these platforms and people's channels and personal businesses, private business online, it's not a dumpster, a public dumpster, but people are treating it like it is. I feel so sorry for those people because if they knew what I know, I can't even tell y'all, okay? To protect my own life purpose, I can't even tell y'all what I know. But if they knew what I know, they would stop right at this second. Like, they would just stop. You know, they wonder why they still don't have no peace. Why people will never think they're real. People always question whether they're real. It's because energy don't lie. You can fake and have somebody a chipper or a nibble of somebody else's star all you want, but your energy will always give you away. And some people are tuning into everybody's energy that they come across. You want to be protected of slander or anything like that. You want to be able to fight slander and smear campaigns energetically. And if you are in that Krampus mindset and you know you fighting somebody over some bread you didn't earn, you're not going to be able to protect yourself from smear campaigns energetically. It doesn't matter what you say. A lot of people today are not even going on words. They're like, "What is your energy like?" And this is what people don't understand. They wonder why they get on top, and then they got all this mass amount of people coming for them, crowds and crowds of people, throwing stones and tomatoes. It's because everybody know that you fake. Everybody that sense your energy in spite of what you're doing. You want to be able to succeed, and in the end, there ain't no riots against you. There's a mass groups saying that you're a wicked alien or something. You reputation, all that hard work you put in being fake, if all that hard work you put in being fake, and just to go ahead and die and have your legacy, your fake legacy ruined, even the fake legacy ruined by people exposing the truth about your energy, because that's what's going to happen. Your legacy is going to be peed on at your funeral and after your funeral. Your kids and your grandkids are going to be a laughing stock. They're going to be embarrassed to even say that you was their grandparent. People, even your nieces and nephews might be embarrassed. Friends might be like, I don't know you. No matter if you died with millions that you can't take with you anyway. No one cares about the money and the stuff you're leaving behind. Like, really don't. People just cashing it in, spinning it up. No one really cares about that. Like, no one's going to claim they know you for the rest of their life because you left some money. Know what they're going to claim they know you for the rest of their life is the reputation that you have. Is the reputation. How many people is speaking for you and how many people are speaking against you? And I'm telling you, no, this is serious. People need to start having more integrity with their spiritual behavior. It's like people don't even think integrity has become obsolete. It's like a lost word now. Like, they might as well go ahead and scratch it out the dictionary, because don't nobody even care about the word integrity anymore. It's very sad too. People who are non-traditional spiritual, so many people haven't even come to people like me who can help them find their purpose, I can actually tell you what it is. I can actually tell you a nice little list of definitely what some of the purposes, even as a collective, is. But people won't even come to me because they want to be me. And it's like, you'd rather give up the opportunity of finding your purpose at a very affordable price just to be me. I wouldn't care if I was in the same genre, field, or whatever industry. If somebody told me they could actually put me on a path, spend a week or two with them, and they could put me on a path for my life purpose, and it'll be a guarantee, I would literally go to that person. I didn't have nobody, I'm just saying, y'all, and I say this humbly, I didn't have nobody like me to come to help me find my purpose, because I'm chosen to help people find it spiritually. So I had to find my purpose just to help other people find theirs. But what happens when the small collective of us are chosen for what I'm chosen for? What if we go up in the mountains and hide away? What if we decide to go off the grid? more? What if we all died? What if many of us die and then the world has to wait for some of us as little kids to get grown again to take over the mission? Then what? A lot of people just die never knowing their purpose. When you meet people who have proven to you over and over and over and over again, over and over, in all different kind of ways, that it's their purpose. And it's something that can help you, you go to them, especially if they're affordable, because this system is set up to put you under the poorhouse, not just in the poorhouse no more. It don't even want you in the poorhouse no more. It wants you gone. This is of the champions now. Maybe the only strongest, spiritually elite, awakened to the 10th degree survive now. You don't got no more time to waste being prideful and having too much dignity, over dignified, and not humbling yourself and go to somebody who can help you. I had to get teachers to help me with my natural abilities, with my natural gifts, or my purpose. I had to get some, but I got affordable. I got them before this broke, low money energy took over society like it has. There's still opportunities to not go under the poorhouse to get the missing pieces for your natural abilities so it can reach elite level. You still got time. But running out of time, y'all. They're shutting down. A lot of the affordable courses, affordable teachers are shutting down. Even I'm shutting down. Even I'm not even charging as low as I used to charge. Even I'm not. I took my book off of Amazon. I'm republishing it in parts, expanding each part of that book on the craft of poetry. And it's going to become a very long series. Secrets to telling it slants and all of that. Each part's going to be double the price now. Even spiritually, I tried to offer to y'all, hey, let me teach you your natal chart. Let's get into it. Let's spend 1 week with me, and you'll have it all figured out. I tried to do that for less than $20. Everybody said it was too much. So I guess people want to go to a university and pay $1,000 for something that you could learn from me for under 20. The universities, let me tell you something. The half of those people in the universities this teaching, they're not even chosen to teach y'all. They're just going by the books that was at the library. They don't have, a lot of them teachers don't even have a deep understanding of the craft. They got surface-based understanding, surface-based. The first 2-3 pages of the Akashic records of what they're teaching. Why? Because they went to school for something that they was interested in, and it was, they said they could because they had free will. But free will free will only takes you so far. You could use free will to go after something you enjoy, but you're still going to be stuck. You're never going, your legacy, you'll never get the legacy you want. You'll never get it. In the end, you'll never get it. I could die right now and drop dead on this video. And my ancestors and my family members can go to YouTube and make all my spiritual videos public. And it'll be mind-blowing for everyone because I made them private. They could put all my poetry out there and just say, we're just gonna publish all this. Even my first rights are good. Even my first rights of my poetry are great. I don't write bad poetry. I don't write bad poetry. Why? Because it's part of my purpose. Don't you want to do something where you know that on the first time you know that it's at least a B plus? I know this is at least a B. If the teacher went to grade me. Don't you want that where you're like, I know I'm undefeatable. If I don't place as a champion, I was darn sure a finalist. I was darn sure a finalist. Don't you want that so you can just get the devil off of your back? And had the devil can't even whisper to you anymore. It's blocked. The demons, you can't, they totally block. Once you find your purpose, it's like, oh man. They're like, I can't get you now. It's literally like it's the ultimate boundaries against wickedness. You could be broke, homeless, living under a bridge. Okay, this is the truth, y'all. And you start selling stuff. You just suddenly just start selling stuff that you're gifted in, that your purpose. I bet you any money you'll make money off of it on the streets. People will not be able to tell you no. People cannot say no to something that is this mind blowing giftedness. They cannot tell you no. Y'all, there's a guy. Hold on, y'all. Let me get Flick. Go ahead, Flick. Your purpose, y'all. It's literally your life preserver. You know, like if the Titanic went down, like and you was on it, it's the life preserver. Nothing's gonna save you like it. Nothing's gonna save you. I know a lot of y'all say I don't believe in purposes, but I'm telling you, I didn't either. You're talking to somebody, y'all listen to somebody who did not. Okay? You could tell me different. I kept saying, I have a right, I have a right, I have a right, I do whatever I want to do, blah, blah, blah. You know, blah, blah, blah. Like Dracula. That's how I was. Until I decided to like go with my gut instincts of, of like what kept showing up when I was a kid, what I was always drawn to. And I spent like a couple months recently just doing that, like 3, 4, 5 times a day. Just this constantly. Event workshop. And then I noticed, y'all, this is, and I say this humbly, a very small percentage of the people in the workshops was able to write first drafts as good as mine. They were all like, how are you doing this? They were saying I was making them feel like an imposter, that they had a imposter syndrome. I was like, I'm not trying to make y'all feel that way. I just did it. I just like did it. And then I noticed all these invitations. My email box is getting locked down from all these writing companies emailing me, publishers, all this stuff coming through. I said, you know what? I guess I'm wrong when I said I could get it any way I want to get it. No, you really do got to go on your natal chart, like you really do. You really do got to follow your purpose. We like to think we know what's better than God. God knows what's best for us. Yeah, we can go here with Z and all the way down the alphabet, but God knows the numeral number one of the collective of the number one of your life path. The number one, God knows. God knows, always knows what's best. And we have to be willing to accept it and stop thinking we know what's best because we saw what someone else do and we saw their results. Just because we saw their results don't mean we're going to get the same results. It doesn't mean we're going to get the same results if we do what they do. Hi, everybody. So, for example, I would go into, and y'all, I could get even deeper into this, but I don't want to get too deep publicly, because of my life purpose. I have to protect it now. But I was going in workshops, and the people, was writing poetry, and I started writing. I don't know what happened, but suddenly I landed in this one workshop that was like told us to write using some sort of time traveling method, y'all. It was very weird, and um, I did the exercise, and I just started getting all these texts and messages from people. They're like, "Oh, you're natural at this. Oh, you're natural at that, and you write. You could write plays and all that." Y'all, why do I remember as a little kid, my mom and my family members taking me to plays, and I felt like I had an ascension when I would go to plays. Like I would feel like I felt like I was in touch with God when I would go see plays. I would go see every single play that my school had. I couldn't understand, like, why am I going to these plays? Like, why am I so drawn to plays? Like certain kind of plays too, like West Side Story and different things like that, musicals, play productions. And I remember somebody said, "Yeah, you should be on Broadway or something." Somebody said that to me. But what I'm saying is, the Creator has been telling us since we were little kids. Okay, but we were in Krampus families. I'm telling you no lie. The whole Krampus situation of our families, where everybody fighting over attention, everybody judging each other. We're living in little communities of Krampus type people. You know, cramping our style. That's why I said since cramping our style and stuff. That was blocking us from the little synchronicities and signs of our life purpose, even when we were kids. Even when we were kids, I'm telling y'all, if you could go back to your toy chest, if you can go back and go over your life in elementary school, you'll see that you had some truly really happy moments where you was like on cloud nine doing certain things. It's the families and the social groups that we grew up with. You got to get rid of them. I know some are like, but this is my auntie, my cousin. Get rid of them. I'm telling you no lie. If they ain't on this mission to help you do your purpose and find your purpose, you should have been got rid of them anyway. It doesn't matter if they grew up with you. It doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is your purpose. Your purpose saves lives, save your life, saves everybody's life. It's going to save a life somewhere. Someone is waiting for you to do something in your purpose. Spiritually, they've been praying for you. Someone has been praying for you. Like, this is deep. Someone has literally have been praying for a sign or something or some creation, and you have been chosen to bring it. Every day that you waste not doing your life purpose, someone suffers a little longer, a little harder. And this is really deep. Yeah, y'all. I couldn't understand why when I saw the movie Krampus, y'all. I got chills. I'm getting chills just talking about it. Like when I saw that movie, it's like, to me, it's like the scariest movie I ever saw. Even though it's not like the Exorcist movie or anything. It just, oh y'all, it just make the hair on my neck stand up. And even though we can't remember certain things about our childhood, that is the childhood we had, y'all. I'm telling you, every divine one had that childhood. Every single divine, you just don't remember. Let me tell you, you don't got to be insulted and have childhood trauma. Just having somebody you all the time, toxicity around you, like toxic people around you, that's still trauma. Hi, everybody. And then we it's like you can manifest yourself being in the same toxic scenarios over and over and over again. I went from one Krampus family to another. And y'all, I had to literally just jump ship with with my daughter's dad's side of the family and mine. I had to just let the shit sink. Let it sink. And then I had to, let me tell you what you do. What you do is you see who comes to you. If somebody comes to you to be there for you, then you know they have had an awakening. They are starting to awaken, and they started to, an angel then touched them and told them who you are. Energetically, spiritually, or through a download. They didn't become aware of how they did you. But we have got to start appreciating emptying our ship and letting see if there's any fish will jump into our boat. What fish will try to get in our boat? Sometimes that's going fishing, y'all. So sometimes you got to cut your family off to see who really realize your worth. Who's really going to come towards you and deal with healing with you and not crap you anymore. Exactly. When you are divine, okay, you are the light. That means you walk around here and you're just you're a peacemaker naturally. Naturally in your mind, you're like, I just want everybody to just have peace. You know, it disturbs you to see so many people suffering out here. You don't even gotta know them. It's like, that's hurt my heart to see people, just to see people out of their mind and stuff. But sometimes when your own family members, you got to tell them that I will do you like I do everybody else out here who keeps pushing their toxicity on me. I will cut them off and let them come to me when they ready to respect me, like I'll do the same to you. I'll do the same to you. These people think their mere presence is enough to keep on cramping you. No, their mere presence is not enough. We have got to start testing people. Start testing people. When they come back, say, okay, you want to be in my life, you're about me. I have this project I'm working on. Let's get it. If they be like, I ain't got time, they are Krampus. They're Kramp. I'm telling you, they're Krampus. They're one of those people from Krampus. If y'all notice in the movie Krampus, when she was decorating, nobody was helping that lady. I wanted to slap everybody in that house for that. Like, I ain't trying to be smart, but she was breaking her neck to make the perfect environment for everybody. Nobody cared. Like, nobody did not care. It was just crazy. It was only when everybody had to fight for their life that they started to care. It shouldn't take for World War III to break out in your family for everybody to start realizing that we can't be like this. We can't be toxic. It shouldn't take for people to be trapped with no way out, and the devil just got them cornered for them to be like, okay, we need to stop that toxicity. You know, you ain't got time to wait for that. You might have way too much to lose at that point. Hi, everybody. That's why y'all, I'm not waiting till I have all my projects and all this work I got, and I got to lose and I cannot lose. I'm not waiting to that point. I'm not waiting to that point where, you know, the police come here dragging people out, people in paddy wagons, me and my in-laws fighting up in the street on Christmas, because y'all, I know where it's going. You know, if I don't leave that shit empty between us and John, I'm telling you, I'm gonna beat a couple in-laws up this Christmas. I'm telling y'all gonna be like, Miss V came back and said she in jail. I'm not trying to go there, y'all. I'm not trying to go there, y'all. So and I don't want to have to beat a couple cousins up and all of that. I don't want to have to do that. That's y'all. I don't even go the city that I grew up in. I will never go back to again. I will go through, passing through, driving through, because I can feel it, y'all. I can feel it. I can feel that these people are now bona fide strangers like they always been. No more illusion, no more tricking me, no fake identity up in my face, no faking me out because of their blood, no, none of that. I now not see these people so clear. I swear to goodness if they try to treat me like they used to. We're gonna be fighting in the streets up in Pittsburgh. I'm not going back, y'all. I'm not going back. And I hope y'all don't go back either. Hi everybody. Let me tell you, there's certain levels of spiritual awakening. And at some point, those you start to realize just how low vibration those people are. See, you might have sensed it was a little low, like, oh, they real toxic. No, they 10 times more toxic than you felt them. You couldn't feel the full toxicity because they was always around you. Because they grew up around you and stuff. But if you go to certain levels of ascension and you go around them, you'll be like, oh my goodness, you are really demonic. Like you'll be like, oh, I'm telling you, it'll get y'all stay away. I can't even look at some of my family members' pictures now. I'd be like, whoo, like I couldn't sense it to the 20th degree, but now I can. Y'all, now I can. See, let me tell you, some of the things you were doing wasn't even you doing it. They put spell work on you to do what they're doing. So that's why you couldn't feel their full toxicity. But once you got rid of those habits that you picked up from them, now you can sense the intensity of their true toxicity. I'm telling you, ooh, fights will go down. I'm telling you, your light will be too strong at this point. Okay? Some of y'all, and I'll tell y'all this because some of y'all been following me on this channel for months, a long time. You can't go back now. You can't. Y'all didn't have levels of ascension y'all don't even know y'all have. Sometimes you have ascension upgrades in your sleep. In your sleep and don't even feel it. So some of y'all can't even go back to those people. I'm telling you, you're going to get physically ill. Y'all, whoo. Some of y'all might have been feeling like through the arguments and the fight that they were sucking your energy. Some of y'all going to feel them just at a distance sucking your energy. Some of y'all going to see some of y'all family members and old friends across the street, and you're going to be like, whoa, they sucking my energy from over there. So I'm telling y'all, leave it, leave it empty. I know that the emptiness sometimes get hard, but the emptiness is only there because we are supposed to be having gratitude and appreciation and celebration of the imagination. We don't celebrate our imagination enough. And that's what these Krampus people did. They blocked us from our imagination to the point where many of us was walking around with just empty, dark space in our minds. No ideas, nothing coming. Now, when we go seek out the Creator through imagination, we feel like we're like, oh, am I going to be allowed in? Am I an intruder on God's imaginative space? Because the Krampus people gave you that type of anxiety. Warped and distorted the way you feel about your own spirit. I'm telling y'all no lie. Warped and distorted the way you value your own spirit. Now you got to get back to valuing your spirit. That butt naked coming in this world, you was powerful. Butt naked, plain Jane, plain clothes on, plain to the 10th degree, you're still just as powerful. You need not what they have. You need not their conversations. They need all this outside stuff to get them there. Like unnecessary stuff. all you need is earth, y'all. I'm telling you, all you need is the sense of the earth and the craftsmanship of our ancestors. That's all. It's really all you need. You don't even need no meat out here. If you want, you can just go ahead and grow your own little garden. Like you can literally turn a space in your house into a greenhouse. You don't even need, like, this is wild. Like you don't even need like a high paying job. You really don't. If you get your crafting skills together, then you darn sure can survive. You can survive off a $15-17 an hour job, which is the standard minimum wage now, with your one room apartment. You'll always do better than anyone who has these mansions. If you know what I know. Yo, I recently reduced my life down to a single room. And when I tell you the breakthroughs have been like, woo, y'all. All this truth coming out, coming to me, self-awareness, all that stuff. You don't need no more stuff hogging up your mind. You don't need these Krampus people, the Krampus matrix scripts. Oh, you need multiple rooms. You need multiple vehicles. You need multiple friends. No, the heck you don't. You don't need a lot of nothing but imagination and the creator. You don't need a lot of nothing else. It's very peaceful, y'all. Your days will be much longer, but less sadder, less lower, and less heavy. But they'll be longer. This is the truth. We're all used to that at some point. Our parents and the baby boomers and their kids or whatever, they all been raised on that. All of that. That's Krampus. That's Krampus stuff, y'all. That's Krampus stuff. I mean, think about the movie Krampus. You know, look at all the fancy homes. It was a fancy village and this and that. See, that's all cramp. You don't got time for that. You don't got time to worry about ruining this shirt because you paid $40 for it and it has Jay-Z on it and all that. Y'all, I'm telling you, Krampus people come with Krampus lessons. That's your Krampus family. They taught you Krampus stuff. Okay, they did. Okay. We got to go back. We got to go back to when we was a toddler. Like, literally. Just, like, we need to look at the toddlers and like, okay, teach me, toddler. 2-year-old, teach me. Like, we could even go with a 6-year-old because a 6-year-old knows not to mess with stuff. Okay, 6-year-old, teach me. Somebody said, try for something with Krampus. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to rename this. Krampus comes with Krampus lessons. That's a one-way ticket to the dark side. Serious. And all them Krampus lessons, that is a one-way ticket. That's why they were stuck. See, the movie was to teach you that in the end, but all of y'all gonna be ghosts of each other. That's it. Nobody's gonna want to deal with you. No one. I'm telling you, you're like, I'm divine. Why don't nobody want to deal with me? Because you got Krampus lessons that your baby boomer parents and all them passed down to you. Nobody wants to deal with you. This is real, y'all. Been with you since. Oh, that's nice. Present moment. That's good to hear. I'm literally just stand back every day, like the first hour of your day, and be like, what Krampus stuff am I doing that I don't know I'm doing? And I'm telling you, you will find something. You will find something that you're doing that you should not be doing. Like, I got to do more. More, more, more. That's Krampus stuff. That's literally like y'all. When I was looking for a swimsuit yesterday, I was like, I'm going swimming to go swimming for the spiritual healing of going swimming. But yet the Krampus mindset came into my head, y'all, and it had me like, oh, I can't get a swimsuit that's not, it has to be very high value. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Why is this high value? Like, why is a $30, $40 swimsuit high value? Why is that? I mean, as long as this swimsuit ain't gonna fall off of me, why can't it be a solid color? Why can't it be a plain color? Like, I don't understand, like, why is decorative, name brand, all that, why is that always high value to us? Like, really, swimming naked is as high value as it gets. Like, I'm just saying, y'all. I was just thinking about in ancient Egypt, they were like getting in their baths. Everybody's in the same bathhouse. Everybody's getting in the pool, butt naked. It was like peace in the bathroom. But it's like I was just thinking, like, just actually the only way this can get more high value is me actually swimming naked. Because all I'd have to do is shower and jump right into the water. So I'm trying to understand why the swimsuit looking better and being bad by this company and name brand, why is that high value? When I started questioning, I realized how I was brainwashed. Exactly. I mean, we're all wearing clothes and stuff, recycled stuff anyway. We're wearing recycled stuff anyway. So why are we sitting up there like, oh, this no, y'all? I'm telling you, I'm cool. Like, I really want to learn. I really want to learn. I really like the friends that I want now, y'all. I know they won't be Krampus if they all got a craft. If everybody got a different craft they're doing, they ain't gonna be too much. They ain't gonna be too Krampus to me. Like this person's this person's weaving, this person's cooking, this person's sewing. You know, this person's writing the songs. This person's writing the stories for us to hear before bedtime. I know that everybody ain't Krampus then. Okay, I know they ain't. But if everybody like 9 to 5, I go my 9 to 5 job and I come home and I cook and I buy stuff and I go shopping on Walmart and I go shopping on Amazon for products. I know that they're Krampus. I know that they're Krampus. Yeah. And I'm never having a friend who's a writer like me. I mean, if we go to school, we in school in the classroom writing, but I will never be out in these streets or hanging out with a writer. Now everybody is chosen to be a poet or you know a creative writer. Not everybody's chosen for that. So I might end up getting somebody from Krampus just hanging around just to leech off of me. So y'all, I'm telling y'all, if you want to make a friend out here, somebody to hang out with, find out what they enjoy doing. Say no, we need to do different stuff because we need to bring different stuff to the table. You're not going to value what I'm bringing if you bring in the same thing. You probably going to slip into competition with me. It's going to turn into some comparison thing. So I need you to bring something else to the table. Hi, everybody. I went in my cabinet today, and I'm talking about this because I'm getting into like the recipe of our life. We're supposed to be like creating recipes for areas in our life right now, like the recipe of me losing weight, the recipes of the meals I'm going to eat, the recipes of me being, how am I going to be thrifty and save more money and more mindful of my money and my time. I need a recipe for that. There is a recipe for it. We now cannot sit here and wing it anymore. There is no I'm winging it, and if I make a mistake, make too many mistakes, oh well, I'm cool. No, we ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. Okay? Our country leaders do not care about us like they used to. They don't care. I'm not saying I'm for Trump, but he was right when he said, let's make America great again. It ain't great no more. It ain't great. It ain't financially great. It's not financially great as it used to be. Okay, too many people are Karens, and I don't like to use the word Karens. You could use Marion or whatever, but too many people are pocket watching, monitoring, cop callers. It's just not as street profitable as it used to be. It's not even as home profitable. Neighbors is watching you coming out your house, calling the police and stuff. That false claims and stuff. Or you selling drugs when you got nice stuff. It's not like it used to be. So since we know this, we have got to have recipes now. We ain't got a plan. We ain't got a plan to do it, but we do need the recipes. Okay. You ain't got to plan like I'm gonna do this at this time. You just got to get it done that day. But you can't be. There's no more winging it. We need a recipe. We need recipes for everything now. And it takes time to come up with recipes. And it's hard to come up with recipes if you're in toxic parties. If you're trying to think of a meal to cook, Martha Stewart is cooking before the people come. She's not trying to cook to come up with a recipe on the spot while guests are there. Martha Stewart is a by herself creator unless she's on a show. She is an introvert, primarily creator, and so is Snoop. And this is what we got to be when we're in that introvert energy right now. We have to be working on what we're making a wish for, but we have to make sure that we're not in our toxic groups. If you're not being celebrated, if people are not appreciating the food you bring into the table, leave quietly. Just ghost, y'all. No more telling people how they treating you. They know. Just ghost. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what their excuse is. They should have known better. They little kids. They're not toddlers. They should have known better. Ghost. I don't say goodbye anymore. My goodbye is my absence. That's it. Ghosting is discipline too. You're disciplining that person. And I'm saying this because people in that social energy right now. Breakthrough coming with social. There's going to be a lot of social stuff going on. Through this week and all the way through the fall. It gets like that in the fall. It gets like that. And then it gets, people going to all these parties, Halloween parties, this party, that party, Labor Day, all that. Y'all, I'm telling y'all better not be turning up with them Krampus people. It was great. It wasn't great because your parents did not expose you to the greatness. But it was great. It was great. Don't get it twisted. Because I was there. I can tell you how great it was if you want me to tell you how great it was, if you want to argue with me in here. Because I can remember a loaf of bread was $1.06. I remember when my mother was able to take care of 4 kids on one income. Yeah, it was great, baby. It was great. It was great. I remember when my mother was able to take care of all 4 of us. We was dressed nice for school, all of us, on one income. On one income. Food was on the table. We wasn't at the food banks every day on one income. My mother, we was able to eat. I wasn't even raised on instant food. My mother made all her food from scratch. And she was able to make all her food from scratch and feed 4 kids. Try that now, and I bet you any money you'll be paying a whole nother rent bill. A whole nother rent bill now if you try that. So it was great. I mean, unless you've been around, more than a century. Like I've been around, I'm up there, y'all. I ain't real old, but I'm old enough to remember what it was like in the late 70s and 80s. I'm old enough to remember. I'm old enough to remember that you was able to get a real nice dress to wear out to a place for like $7. Like nice silk satin dresses for $7. Because me and my sister used to go and get dresses for $7 at the store every Thursday and Friday when we went out. Now you're not even if you go to the thrift store, you're paying $7 for something that's used. I was just at the thrift store. So stop that line. I hate when people say it was never great. Boo, I was there. Ain't no one gonna ever tell me it wasn't great when I was literally around then. I was the one going to the store for my mama, cooking in the kitchen. I was the one that was doing a lot of shopping for my mama. I know what it was like. I know what it was like. I was able to get me a gold bracelet for $100 back in the 80s. I had a gold bracelet charm with my name, $100, and it was real. Go to the store and try it out right now and see what happens. People always want to argue and have an intellectual. No, we're not even going to leave that energy in here. We're not going to leave it in here. See you. Bye. I'm so tired of people hating on a generation that they don't know nothing about. If you was born in the late 80s, hell up, you don't know nothing about it. You're born in the people who born in the late 80s was only 5 years old in 1995 trying to speak on the times. Boo, you was only 5 years old in 1995. Why are you speaking on it? You're not even old enough to, you couldn't get your own bank card. You couldn't go shopping. You couldn't do nothing. I'm constantly hearing like 2-year-olds speak on them times. Boo, you were only 5. You had no responsibilities. Y'all, it's crazy. People like to believe what they see in the videos and movies, think they know the generation from the movies. You don't know the generation from no darn movie. At one point back in the day, the welfare poverty line was higher. It was higher. Meaning you could make $30,000 and still get welfare. You could make $30,000 and still get welfare. Now they like, nah, you cut. They treat $30,000 now a year, making $30,000 a year like you're doing pretty good. I know for a fact because when me and my husband was making only $30,000 a year, we both was able to get welfare benefits. We was both able to get welfare benefits, health benefits. America was great. It was great. Why you think so many people was able to pay buy a $40,000 home back in the 1950s? You didn't see that many homeless people. There wasn't that many homeless people. There was no homeless people sleeping in bank hallways back then. It's so the homeless population is so high now that the banks are opening the front door to their hallway and letting the homeless people sleep in there. It was great. Just because you don't like Trump don't mean that he's lying. You don't have to like the man. You don't even have to vote for the man. But if he's speaking some truth, don't sit up there and say he ain't speaking the truth because you don't like him. That's the new thing now. I don't like you, so you're not telling the truth. If they're telling the truth, they're still telling the truth. Yeah. I guarantee if we all went back to the 1950s, people would be like, ooh, I'm glad I'm back in the 1950s. We didn't have you when you met people offline, you met them offline. People chose you for your personality back then. Now people choosing you for what you got, how big your booty is, how long your hair is, what your hair texture is, skin color. None of that wasn't really going on like that. None of that wasn't really going on in the 1970s. People just wanted to be friends with somebody that was peaceful. It got worse. It got worse and worse and worse. Period. Got more crampy. You don't see multiracial groups sitting around at parks with a bonfire at peace, laughing and everybody getting along. You don't see that no more. You do not see that no more. Half the people don't even go camping. There's hardly any camping opportunities now because people don't know how to not be toxic when they get in groups. Everybody want to have political fights, political rules, stating their opinions as facts when they're in groups. Critical of each other's looks, or some people won't even talk to you if you got a missing tooth in your mouth. It's this really ridiculous, y'all. It's really ridiculous. We're living in a very, very extremely narcissistic society now. It's only got worse. Back in the day, if there was narcissists, you had to deal with them on the job or in your crib, in your family. Now they like everywhere. You can't avoid them now. These narcissists is doing this stuff out in the streets and everywhere, stores everywhere now. You can't even avoid them. They don't have no shame to their game. They don't have no shame to their game now. Back in the day, if you did narcissistic stuff in the street, everybody would say you was crazy. Nobody would talk to you. Nobody would let you in their store. They would not serve you. You would be an outsider. Now it's like narcissism is like normalized. It's like the norm now. It's crazy. You can't even be overweight without people. Oh no, low vibration. It's just wild. Like you can't be sick. People judge you for any sicknesses you have. It's disgusting. It's like we're living in a world where everybody thinks their belief of how people should be is the only belief, and that anybody live their life differently. If you cut your hair too low, oh, you're low vibration. If you got crooked teeth, you're low vibration. You're automatically poor. That person could be taking care of 8 people. That's why they ain't got perfect dental work. But nobody thinks like that. Nobody thinks like that. People nowadays say it just you ain't take care of nobody. You just a homeless person. It's disgusting. It's just that I see the dirty looks. I see the mean mugs. I see how people look at each other up and down. Before won't even walk up and say, hey, how you doing? They look each other, stare each other up and down before even saying hi. When are we going to get back to people just even at a distance? How you doing? Hi, neighbor. Ain't nobody doing that no more. They doing that to only people that they got to look up and down. I looked you up and down. I see you wear name brand all the time, and you always driving that $70,000 car, so that's why I greet you. Exactly. It's out of hand. It's you can't. It's like you can't even go to man. This stuff is crazy. You can't even show up plain at parties anymore. Everybody treats you like the outsider. You got to be keeping up with everybody else in the family, or you're not belonging. You can't even make it on YouTube unless you do your YouTube like everybody else is doing their YouTube. Like it's it it's like really crazy. It's like who could be the best clone out here? We in clone competition now. We are not in individuality competition. We are in clone competition. And this is sickening. Exactly. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, y'all. That's why y'all, I'm telling you no lie. Present moment, I'm telling you no lie. I want me some plain friends. I want my friends to look average. I want average looking people. According to the Matrix, they're average. That's what I want. Like I just want I seriously, I just like that's what I want to be around. Like they live in real average, but but their gift ain't average. They got their foot in their gifts. They're doing their gifts, so they ain't average. But according to the Matrix, they're average because they got a bus pass, um, because they driving a used car that looks a little used. They're average. That's what I want. That's what I want. I'll definitely have some peace. I'll have a little extra peace. Yeah, I just want some real average people. Like we sit down and the food is even average. I didn't have to wait 2, 3 hours for some elaborate gourmet meal or something. It's like, why can't we sit down and crack open a bowl of Campbell soup with some crackers, and have some tea and listen to some comedy, some real average type of stuff, or talk about the new art, somebody's artwork, the new gallery that's open. Like, uh, like, oh, there's a festival in town. See, if you like festivals now, you're average. You're average. A lot of the generation today, they're not going to festivals. They're hooked on the grinding thing. This is the grinding culture. Keep up with the Joneses. Keep on trying to keep up with the Joneses now. That's the kind of culture that is going on now. If you be like, I ain't trying to keep up with the Joneses, like, I'm cool. I wrote 2 pages of my book today. I'm cool. You ain't got to hear nobody say, did you do 2,000 words? You got to do 2,000 words every day or you behind. Like, nah. Okay, you're Matrix. I don't want to deal with you. It's like it used to be a time where when if you were a writer, if you wrote one poem a day, people would clap for you. Good job. Now it's like, how much did you do? It's like, serious? Do you realize I still gotta cook, clean, wash myself up? I might even got a family member. I got some errands to run. I got checks to write. I got trash to take out. Laundry to put away. Like, seriously? And you're telling me I need to do 2,000 words so I'm not in? I'm cool. I'm cool. Y'all, there's a lot of people that threw in the towel with their dreams because they're like, I can't keep up with the grinding culture. I'm getting burnout. And that's sad. I refuse to get writers burnout again. I got it. When did I get it? I got it like 2 years ago. And I just made it through. I'm like, I'm not getting it again. Because I was like, I was like class after class after class after class, page after page after page after page, every single day. That's all right. See, I could talk to y'all now. See how I could talk to y'all? Because I'm not doing 4 or 5 videos a day no more. I'm not jumping on YouTube all day long. I'm not over streaming like more and more and more and more and more. I'm not sitting here for 4 hours hammering some workout. I don't know. I'm done. I was actually able to get a lot done for myself spiritually and physically, workout and my walking. Everything's on time today. And I want to just keep it that way. And the only way I keep it that way is to get out of this grinding Krampus culture. It's a Krampus culture now. It's not even a grinding culture anymore. It's just Krampus. And that's how I feel about it, y'all. You know, it's like if you don't upload your video at this time, you don't get no views, you won't get marketed. So and so might get the download before you, or somebody might run off with the idea. I'm like, oh, get out of here. You know, all this get up at 5 a.m. or you got up late. No, I'm not late for nothing. I'm not late for nothing. I'm doing my soul plan. It's impossible. It's impossible. I'm always going to go back to it. Whenever you find your soul plan, y'all, it will always ring your doorbell. It's always going to ring your doorbell sometime that day. And you're going to sit down and do a little bit of it. So it's like, I'm not late. I'm not late with doing this. I'm not late with doing this. So I don't need to get up at 5 a.m. and start meditating to get downloads. Like, forcing myself to get up at a time because all the other creators are getting up at 5 a.m. and they're in monk mode, so I should be. No, that's ridiculous. If it's meant for me to have it, if it's meant for me to get it, I'm gonna get it regardless. Look at this quote, y'all, that just came on TV. Confirmation. This quote say, as soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to live. Period. It's by Johan Gang. I looked at the TV and that quote's on there. Telling you. Y'all, I mean, all this. And then some of y'all going by cultures and scripts that if you're not naturally drawn into it, then that person is a crimp. Sometimes people aren't bad people. Sometimes people are not bad leaders. It's just the way they're telling you to do it. It's cramped to your energy. It's a cramp to you. And you have to surrender. You have to surrender saying, oh, if I do it like them, I'm automatically going to get it. That actually might lead you into like, oh, you're just trying to you're too busy trying to protect something and you don't realize that you are. Like, I found out that surrendering to the actual nudging of your energy is more important than I'm saying I'm going to do it the way they do it because they say to do it at that time and that way. You have to surrender to the nudges of your energy. Otherwise, you're just being Krampus to yourself. Okay, you're just being Krampus to yourself. So, for example, I knew that I did not want to get on in the mornings, early mornings. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Like, even if I got the angel number or the guidance that told me to guide y'all, I knew that 8 a.m. wasn't really for me today. Like 7 a.m., nah, I'm cool. My energy said no, so it's a no. It doesn't matter if all the rest of these creators are showing up at that time. It doesn't matter. If my energy say, I don't like dumping all this stuff on the page when I write, I like to have a plan, and then once I'm in, go with the flow, then that's what my energy say. But when you got all the toxic people and you're listening to all these mentors, mentor after mentor, video after video, you cannot hear the whispers of your energy. Do you know that there is a future version of you, okay? That you didn't already started to connect with a vibration of, okay? We're talking about, when I say future, we're still talking about now because it's all going on simultaneously. You're connected with that vibration the moment that you're thinking that that's who I am. So it starts to whisper to you. It starts to whisper to you energetically first. This is why when you are trying to get into the manifest yourself into a new reality right now, which a lot of us are doing right now, you need the quiet. You need the silence. You need to not hear no one else's voices all the time, no one else's lyrics. You actually just need what your ancestors had, the ones that did what you did. We're talking about old ancestors. We're not talking about ancestors from the 80s, 90s. We're talking about even those from the 18. You need what they had in the 1800s. You need what they had back in before Christ. You need that stuff. Because they wasn't cramping each other. They wasn't. They just wasn't. Like everybody had a duty, everybody had a place, everybody was assigned to do something, and everybody had a job. It wasn't all this running around, leaping into other people's leaps or whatever. That wasn't going on back then, like long before Christ. That wasn't going on. And like if you just say I'm going to live very earth-like, while manifesting, you'll realize it's like I don't need a social club. I need someone that's going to help me to see what I don't see, and then I need the quiet. I need to follow the instructions. But at some point, we have to stop thinking even the grass is greener intellectually. It's not always greener intellectually. Like what I just told y'all, you just need the earth. Like when you're manifesting right now, you need earth. That's it. You need earth and everybody else that's connecting with the earth. That's it. And you need that most of all. You need that through your day. You don't need conversations, gossip clubs. You don't need none of that when you're manifesting. It's all clutter. It's all Krampus type energy. What I just gave y'all is actually a skeleton key. When you connect to the earth energy, you'll find out what energy you're struggling with. You'll find out. The earth speaks to you. It speaks to you cosmically, spiritually. It speaks. And when you say, I'm just going to focus on that while I'm trying to manifest, that's what I'm going to have an abundant in. You'll start to get, you'll just, even energetically, you might not know how you know, but you'll get claircognizant abilities. You'll just know. Okay? You'll just know, like, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. It's not time for that. You'll just know. You won't need to meditate. You just sit there. Sit there and be with the earth. And then you'll hear the little whisper. You'll get the little nudge to say, go ahead and do that now. It's time for that. It's time to do that. Don't do that. It's time for that. Especially if you are respectful for food and you're not eating a high sugar diet, especially if you are not fighting with people all the time, you will get those nudges. And at some point, the whispers and the nudges will get stronger and they'll get louder. And they'll be more frequent So you won't even, you, to be honest, you won't even need no mentors no more. I don't really need, I don't really need no mentors. Actually, what I just saw, what I just felt literally just showed up. Like the intelligence confirmation will come for you. It will come to you. But intelligence is also knowing and not knowing how you know. That's still intelligence. When you are dealing with toxic people that's that's crappy and disrespectful, they're blocking that part of you. They're blocking that part. You know, a lot of people cannot, their claircognizant abilities is sleep. It's sleep. It's just it's you know, whereas the record is in you, the record of your ancestors, the energy, you don't know that the energy is there. So you have to keep waiting for the confirmation and the download to come. You're waiting for these downloads. You're waiting because Krampus people have blocked you from the energy. And I know this is getting deep, okay? At some point, we have to just be like, I just need I need a vacation with my energy. I just need a vacation with my energy. And that's what I'm on right now. And I'm on an energy with myself vacation. I really have no interest in like chatting with family members, chatting with anyone. I really don't. Like, I don't care. It might sound like narcissistic, but I need to hear my energy louder. I need my energy volume turned up a little bit louder. I feel like it's loud, but sometimes it's not loud enough. And I know there's interference, like the radio connection I have with my ancestors sometimes be getting warped and distorted from this toxicity. So I need to fine tune, you know, my antenna needs to be readjusted. And now that I know that somebody's screwing around with my antenna, you know, it was even an institution of somebody on the inside, I guess, of YouTube or whoever working this platform. They were screwing around with my antenna. Family members in the morning hours were screwing around with my antenna. People that kept on hammering my energy with cards while looking at my picture, they were screwing around with my antenna. People that was able to text me out of the blue and get a response from me, and they were toxic, they were screwing around with my antenna. So I'm just chipping away all of the static. Sometimes you get down to the little bitty, little nitty gritty of the static. And if you can't get it out, then you just be like, I'm just gonna go ahead and just go stone. I'm just gonna go ice. Don't get it twisted. Ice works for you too. I'm just gonna go straight ice. That way I can really sense my energy then. That's how you get rid of that crampy energy. You know, just like I'm just drinking ice cold ice cubes. I'm just icing me in. My stomach is so cold. I'm free. Whatever toxicity that's in there, you know, whatever alien energy, I'm freezing it. You know, I tried to shout it out. I tried to burn it out. I tried to crush it out. That don't work. Okay, I'm gonna have to go straight cold, dead silence. I'm gonna have to make this space feel like a darn morgue. Like the whole connection be like a morgue. So I can kick your static out of my energy. And so some of y'all got to do that. Some of y'all got to sometimes turn to ice. You have no intelligence to give to your family. You have no guidance. You have no clarity. You have no wisdom. You have no ideas. You have nothing. You're just this frozen ice lake. I bet you any money they'll learn how to tread carefully, like Yeats say. Tread carefully because you tread on my dreams. They'll say, wait a minute, yeah, I don't know what you're up to. I don't know why you're ice. I'm getting a little nervous. I'm getting a little scared of what you might be doing in the dark. Okay, that's a good thing. I'm glad you feel that way. Cause now maybe you'll do some soul reflection and you'll tread softly. Now you might start being a little bit more careful. Now that you can't figure me out. Now that you don't know what I got inside. Now that you know that I can also keep my energy and my fish to myself. I can hide it all from you if I want to. Just to protect my connection with God. Hi, everybody. Some of y'all got to get like that. Because if you don't, then you just going to stay somebody's picnic. Free picnic. We're living in a very opportunist world, and your family members and friends are no exception. You may never know why they're keeping you around until your cupboard is bare, until you're like, where did it all go? So sometimes just vanishing and just going straight cold is how you make everybody have to face their damn own energy. You face your energy, I face mine. You know, if you don't get it done, if you don't get it done with your energy, that's on you. But you're not going to blame it on me, and you're not going to block me from getting what I need to be done with my energy. Everybody going to have some time with their own energy. We're going to eat. What we're going to do is we're going to eat in silence. What we're going to do is we're going to live in the house in silence. Open your mouth when you got a problem that you need a solution for. That's it, or don't open your mouth. When you're manifesting, this is how you got to be, y'all. You got to be in that boss energy. You got to be in that leadership. You got to be the one with the whip on the energy. Like, I'll get your energy over there, and I'm get my energy over here, unless you coming to do something productive. Or you coming to do something productive, then we don't got nothing to talk about. And we know our Krampus family, they ain't productive. They ain't productive. They're not going to help you plan the parties. Half of them don't help you with nothing. They don't even come an hour before the party to help you with nothing. They don't. I'm not having no parties no more because y'all know I'm productive. Well, how you gonna say that? I ain't dealing with you then. Okay, then you need to get off the phone because you're non-productive right now too. Down tone. That's how you do it. Right at that moment. Down tone. This conversation just got non-productive. Y'all. I'm telling you. I don't need friends to kick it with. I need people that's trying to create with me. I want people that want to create something that's abundant. Or I don't even know why you're around. You know, y'all, man, let me tell y'all, some of y'all just don't realize how precious your time is. Y'all think y'all know. Some of y'all think y'all know. But some of y'all haven't lost enough to know how precious your time is. You know, I know because I got to see people, person after person after person after person die. And many of them with regrets. Many of them. 60-year-old dude died from obesity, extreme obesity. He was at least 500 pounds. And I used to hear him talk about all his regrets and all the things he wished he did and how he couldn't do nothing no more and all of that. I used to hear him on the phone, you know, real depressed. And they found him rural, big and obese, dead in his underwears in his bed. Just laid there and died. Wasn't even 70. We have to remember dead people so that we can be reminded about how valuable our time is. We should not be remembering them about like we missed you. Okay, really, like they cannot give, they really can't do nothing else for us but what we will accept from them from the other side. They cannot physically help us anymore. They cannot physically help us with our situations anymore. We're supposed to remember them so that we can be reminded about how much we need to value our time more. We need to remember the mistakes they made. We often remember people for their worth in this world. We say, oh, they was nice, they was sweet, they was a good cook, they was attractive, they was funny, oh, they was nice to me. We need to remember their weaknesses. We need to remember the mistakes they made. We have to start thinking about that. We don't want to think about that because then we think we're not honoring them. Then we think that we're pissing on their grave. Then we think we're disrespecting the dead. Then we think that we're not valuing them, that we're ungrateful. But we are valuing them when we let their mistakes be our lessons. We are. And I'm having this conversation because we need to start having more value in the reflection of the losses. We start to see that they help us grow. Look, what I have gained already, what I haven't got abundant for, it's not going to serve me as much as knowing what I have lost. It's just not. It's going to continue to serve me, but the things that I have lost and how I've lost them, they're going to increase and add to my ability to get more, my ability to achieve more. We have to start running from our losses and our mistakes and the mistakes of our dead folks. We have to stop running from that. We have to stop saying I don't want to think about that because they wasn't perfect, so that's not fair that I'm thinking about their mistakes. No, we need to really, really be thinking about it. I was thinking about my mom recently, and I was like, Dad, she was real society institutionalized. Like, when I decided to not glamorize her the whole time, and I said, I'm going to think about mistakes she made, and things that she didn't even know she was making, the things she was doing, wasn't even aware. When she had those bank cards she was spending on jewelry, like jewelry she didn't even need, when what she needed was to experience life. She was a workaholic. She needed to take those cards she had and go start living her life. When we were all teenagers, she had the chance to, but she didn't. She never manifested herself a free spirit. She never manifested herself as a life liver. She never did. She just like, oh, I was always in the home raising kids and working, so that's what I'm going to stay. Even though her grief, her sadness was directly connected to that. But she didn't even realize it until 3 years before she died. It took her that long to realize, to hear that her energy nudge of that this is why you have this sadness that won't go away. And I'm like, when I look back on my relationship with my mom, I'm like, I was actually starting to match her energy. And not in an abundant way, not in a beneficial way. And I'm just having a real talk with y'all. And I was like, okay, how can I do something different? And why did my mother get so attached to me at some point? Because I was starting to do what her energy needed her to do. Now I'm going to get into that. We got to stop thinking that we're achieving great things through other people achieving it. Like, oh, I'm living the fantasy of you doing it. You still didn't do it though. You still didn't do it. Saying I got joy in seeing my children do what I've always wanted to do, nah, that's not the same. That's not the same as you doing it. And I'm having this conversation because a lot of people are living through in fantasy land, looking at other people live the life that they want to live. That's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough when you're old. When you're old, you're going to go, I wish I had did it. Me just dreaming about it and looking at other people doing it and saying, well, at least I got to see someone I know doing it. That's not enough. And that's why my mother was like, oh, well, it don't matter because everybody else is doing it. So my kids are doing it, so I did good. But then when she got in her 60s, she realized that she sacrificed herself. And I don't care if someone's your kids or not. In the end, you will always regret sacrificing yourself. You'll always regret it. People let it think they're not going to because they say, these are my kids and my husband. But I can tell you 100% in the end, from working in nursing homes and with people, seeing 90-year-old people try to have the life that they never had when they were raising kids and how they're like, in a depression they can't get out of, you will always regret it in the end. You will always regret it. So live your life, okay? Love yourself first at this point, or you'll just never get it done. Okay? You won't really get much done. An hour or two a day, believe it or not, with those you love, that's actually enough. It's actually enough. Like playing a game with my daughter an hour a day, that's enough. She has to do mindfulness. She has to do her own thing. She has her own life. She has her own journey to go on, own work. You're not shortchanging the love of your life, the people in your life, whether they're Krampus type energy or not. You're not betraying them by telling them, I see you an hour for lunch, an hour for dinner, or 35 minutes for lunch, 40 minutes for dinner, or an hour, dinner and a movie, whatever. Dinner and a short film. You're not shortchanging them. You're not. In the end, you want to be able to say, I loved myself tremendously while giving some of the love to family members, and it all worked out. To non-Krampus family members, it all worked out. Balance, y'all. And that's what we were supposed to be working on when we had that Libra moon. We were supposed to be like looking at how we need to have balance in different areas of our life. That Libra moon energy is still here. So we have to think about how can we create balance in all the different areas of our life at this point. Exactly. Exactly. And it shouldn't take for you to feel energetically crippled for you to know somebody's Krampus. Like, did it feel like somebody did that person stick you like a little thorn? Did it momentarily make you, whoo, whoo, like you suddenly got anxiety from them, like, whoo? Okay, then they're Krampus energy. That's what I realized. Like when I would go to my in-laws' house, right? They would never say nothing mean to me. They would never insult me, but they would never include me. They would never greet me. They would never. I would say, happy holidays, and they would be like they would look away like they didn't want to say it. Okay, that's Krampus energy. We don't need the usual Krampus energy for it to be Krampus energy. If you know that you got all these different people leeching off of you, shape shifting on you, that's Krampus energy. time to shut it down where you're at. It's time to not share so much, you know, of what you're doing. Like y'all know I was hardcore in giving guidance upon guidance publicly on this channel. But it turned into Krampus energy. You know, some people were sharing my information without my permission. You know, they didn't give me no credit. They were sharing it off the channel, other places or whatever. See, that's all Krampus energy. I could protect my most abundant guidance if I put it in, you know, if I put it in books and audios for sale. See, I won't get no Krampus energy then because somebody actually bought it. It's been copyrighted. That's why we have copyright offices. That's why we have patent offices, so that we cannot have Krampus energy when it comes to competitive in the competition. So some of y'all might say, I don't deal with family, but why do I still? Because your coworkers are probably Krampus energy at your 9 to 5 job. Switch departments. Go to a different department. Find a different job. You know, if you're on a platform and it's like your boundaries is not being respected energetically, spiritually, or physically, or verbally, or doesn't matter, or artistically, it's Krampus energy. You know, don't give so much away there no more. Don't give so much away. People in your family, they're ungrateful of you. They're not appreciating the what you can bring to the table. Then they're Krampus energy. Then you need to do the bare minimum. Pick a bill, pay that bill, keep the receipt, and be like, that's all I'm doing, man. I'm not doing nothing else because you Krampus. I'm telling you, don't lie. Somebody says it's like a pick on you before I can even, exactly, before you even open your mouth. It's like, whew. It's almost like somebody blew the, like you had a little spark in you and somebody blew it, like somebody tried to blow out the spark without even saying anything. If that makes any sense, like I was talking about that earlier in this video. Some people don't gotta say nothing to you and they will do you like Krampus. I have in-laws that can literally take the breath out of your soul without saying a word. They're just that powerful with that Krampus energy. Okay, I have some great aunts, family members up the tree who is that powerful with their Krampus energy. They ain't got to say nothing. It was that strong at my mother's funeral that some people started responding to it. It was so strong. There was some people like, I can't walk past her. She take my breath away. I was like, that's my auntie. That's Krampus energy. That's real strong Krampus energy. You don't want to be near that. I was telling my friends to go the other way around her and stuff. It's y'all, I'm telling you. I jumped out of an event yesterday because it was Krampus. There was a girl who I kept feeling negative energy coming from in another workshop, and she was hosting a workshop yesterday. And I noticed that she was like, she greeted everybody, but she didn't greet me. It was real weird. And so that gave me confirmation about her negative Krampus energy. And I said, that's confirmation. Because like in the other groups, when I would talk and people would like compliment me on my work, she would start talking over me and then try to be my teacher when she was another student in the class. She would try to tell me, oh yeah, if you want to get more ideas, you need to do this, blah, blah, blah. But then when she would write, her work would suck. Like she was a really bad writer. And I'm like, why is she trying to sit up here and be my teacher when my work is actually good? Everybody saying my work is good. But then when she did the video event yesterday, I noticed like I could feel that she saw me come into the event on the Zoom, but she didn't greet me. I said, up, Krampus energy. I just ghosted the event. I literally just left. I didn't even say goodbye, y'all. I literally ghosted her. I just hit the delete button, the leave button, and just left. Yup, it's just, whew. Y'all, I left so fast. I think I was there. I think I was there maybe less than a minute. I was like, what the? She was like so excited, everybody else. And I'm like, this lady didn't heard me read my poetry many times and know that I write good. And I'm in her event. Like, I don't mean no harm. This might sound cocky, but I've earned it. It's like, I feel like if you read my poetry and you know how good I am my poetry, then you should actually feel honored to have me in your workshop, because I'm actually going to be bringing inspiration to your workshop. So I'm like, the fact that she didn't even greet me and she knew how great my poetry is, that let me know that she's just trying to compete with me. So I'm like, no, I left her. I left her shop. I just left, y'all. I just straight up left. I hope y'all listening to this, because woo, we're gonna get right back, because it's starting to be the time of the festival. You know, festivals are happening. And some of y'all gonna be going to festivals, you know, the autumn festivals and the Renaissance, and it's gonna get real crappy. And y'all gonna be around people that's side eyeing you. I got that as a download. The side eyes, y'all. Cause you know, a lot of people want to see who achieved their goals in the summer months. You know, people want to see, like, what did you do this summer? How you look? Did you have a glow up? Y'all, it's just gonna get so toxic this fall. I don't really got time for it. And y'all think y'all in competition right now. The creative competition is about to get buck wild. Y'all know they're canceling takelessons.com. Take Lessons is being deleted. That site, Take Lessons, where you can learn all those different lessons, they're closing down, y'all. It's gonna be hell to pay for a lot of people creatively. If you ain't being creative, if you're not getting those classes in, next year it ain't gonna be good. Y'all gonna find it hard to find these resources. A lot of the resources affordable. A lot of people ain't gonna be that generous next year. Cause as I said earlier, prices go up and they don't come down, y'all. Every single year, especially during election time when people running for presidents and stuff, you know, they like to screw around with the prices and the economy. And we're going to have different laws. We're going to have different prices. So, y'all, y'all better go ahead. Y'all better go ahead and get some of them lessons this fall, like y'all got sense. Y'all better go ahead and benefit from the free creative lessons that are going to be coming through this fall. It's going to be a lot, because the fall season is for artists and writers primarily. So y'all better go ahead and get it in. Hi, everybody. Yeah. But I'm telling you, by November, y'all gonna have people like, so I want to know what you achieved. What did you achieve this summer and fall? They're gonna be like coming back. I'm telling you, people go broke in the fall and winter. They go broke. So they try to yo-yo return. They already planning. Look, some of them are already planning to, like, breadcrumb you. They're gonna breadcrumb you, love bomb you, to see, to keep you on strings. Some of y'all being kept on strings. Some of y'all being strung along to see if you're going to get success. They waiting to see if you're going to have a huge breakthrough. Some of y'all don't know that. That's why some people keep talking to y'all on and off right now. They trying to see if you're going to get that money or get successful during this lying gate. They going to string you along all the way. I'm telling you no lie, all the way to at least November. And then they going to be like, nah, you ain't getting nothing. Let me go ahead and go on this dating app or go ahead and get me somebody for the rest of the winter because you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. You can't give me no Christmas gifts. You're not gonna give me no New Year's present. You're not gonna, you ain't gonna be able to buy my Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, whatever. You ain't gonna be able to give me nothing to get that. Some of y'all being groomed right now. Groomed. Y'all done met somebody, oh, I like this person. I'm telling you no lie. Most of the people you meet in the summer months, they're groomers and they're narcissists. Some of them discards going to be real bad in November. Vanishing acts and everything, y'all. I'm telling you, that's one thing I don't do. I don't start new relationships in the summer. I don't start new relationships in the summer months because they be real breadcrumbing anyway. Like new friends, real breadcrumbing, because they're stringing you along. And then when it come on strong, when the fall hit, come on strong, and then out of nowhere it's like the ghosts start happening. I don't got that to do. Really, to be honest, if we didn't work together in the spring, I can't consider you a friend, and that's how y'all gotta be too. If we didn't start nothing in the early spring and early fall, like we weren't working together on something together, then you're suspect. You might actually be a shapeshifter, and I just can't take the risk. Some people are going to be blocked this fall, so they're going to be trying to collaborate with people in October, going to these festivals, meeting other artists, collaborating to copy and leech and all that. I'm staying solo. I'm staying solo. I'm not collaborating with nobody. If I need an editor, I'll hire one. If I need a book publisher, I'll submit my stuff, or I'll hire an agent. That's what's probably gonna come down to, y'all. I feel like I need to get an agent. I got too much work. But that's it. I ain't collabing with nobody. Y'all, I got over like 15 years worth of work that has not been sent out, all because I collaborated with two people and they still have not done their part. I wrote all these songs. I wrote all them songs. I wrote so much stuff for producers, and they did not master the tunes. We're talking about 15 years these producers did not master the stuff. At least 3 of them have not contacted me with no masters. That's why I now know, if you ain't got an actual location, a long-standing publishing company, I don't even want to be with you. If you ain't got a long-standing production company with an EIN number, electronic number, business number, an ISBN number for your publishing books, you ain't got a PO box or something for your publishing company, I don't want to work with you. I hope y'all use what I told y'all, what I just went through as a lesson. 15 years of work, nothing done with the work. All because of the publishers and the producers. They're all chasing people. They're all chasing family members. They're chasing side chicks and all that type of stuff. Thoughts, they all in the thoughts. They're not doing their part of the business and holding up my work. Exactly. We all tried it, didn't we? A lot of us tried it. Oh, I'm trying to work with some underground person. That's like, oh yeah, they're the producer and I'm the writer. I'm gonna work with this underground producer. This working out of his basement. No, I'm telling y'all, it goes downhill every time. Goes downhill. They don't want to sign no contracts. That's how you know we're living. This is how when you know we're living into a shapeshifter paradise. Shapeshifter hell, paradise hell. No one wants to sign contracts. Because everybody know, a lot of people, 80% of people is fake today. You say, let's sign a contract, the children do my part by this time, same as me and you, and or I get to go ahead and send work to somebody else. And I get this royalties, you get that royalties, whatever. Let's sign a contract. They say, no, I don't want to sign a contract. I say, you know what? I don't work with you then. I don't work with you no more. I have people on this channel who I asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement to do their natal charts and to give them some spiritual guidance. They wouldn't sign it. So I couldn't coach them. It's ridiculous. But they supposed to be divine. If you divine, why do you have a problem signing a contract? Like, I don't have a problem with that. I'm not, if you say you don't want me sharing your information all over the internet, and that's why you got me signing this contract, I'm going to respect your rights. I'm going to sign the contract. I don't see what the problem is. If you ain't fake, you shouldn't have a problem with it. But a lot of people fake though. People are obsessed with learning something from somebody that they ain't even called to do. But they want everybody to think they called to do it. So that's why they don't want to sign no contracts. Y'all, I was so shocked when these producers had the nerve to go read in my work, my poetry, then go and email me and contact me and say, I'm writing the songs now and I'm doing the poetry. I'm like, really? You're so mad that I'm the songwriter and you're the producer. Didn't you show up as the producer? You showed up as the producer. I showed up as the songwriter. You queried me. You emailed me to write your songs, to write the songs. Now you're going to be the songwriter, and now you're going to be that. Y'all, I said I'm through. This is ridiculous. Narcissist. Oh, I see all the attention that you're getting writing your songs. So now I want to be the songwriter too. Why are you doing this for attention? If you wasn't writing your own songs from the start, if you wasn't writing a lot of your own songs from the start when you was producing your music, then you're probably not a songwriter. You're just doing it because you want all the credit and all the royalties and all the attention. You want all the power, all the control. But a lot of people think that it's not going to make them, that they're not that way because they got the Quran in their hand, because they got the Christian Bible in their hand, so they're not like that. Yes, you are like that. Why would you tell a songwriter who you queried to write your songs that, oh, now you're the songwriter too? Now sounds like you were using them to learn and to leech off of them, to copy their style, to learn what they know about songwriting. Now you want to go off and do the production and the songwriting? Whew. The problems with narcissists is they be doing too much. That's why they don't never really get nowhere. They end up having a bunch of stuff and nothing ever publicized, nothing ever marketed, nothing for sale. They just end up dying with all that stuff in their computer and all that stuff in their crib because they're too busy trying to be too many people. And I don't know why people don't realize that is actually narcissistic. You can't be everybody all the time. You cannot be everybody. I really hope people realize this. I really, really hope. Because some people, man, look, I ain't gonna share what I know about that, but what I will tell y'all, some people don't know that they're passive aggressive with their soul plan. They got their soul plan work on an emotional roller coaster because they keep trying to be too many different people, trying to do what too many people are doing, all because they can see the results. Oh, I'm telling you. All right, y'all, I'm gonna head on out. All right. So somebody's gonna have success today. So I did pull an oracle. Something about technology. Some of y'all got to make sure you're cleaning out your technology. I keep on feeling like be careful of your technology today, or how much you stream, or charging your electronics today. Something about something may happen with electronics today, or I got that earlier. So I got that as a download, and then it just came again. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Thanks for listening, everybody. I will be having workshops this week on Eventbrite, and they'll be for writers and people who want to learn about spiritualism. So I'll be having a workshop tomorrow. Okay, if you're interested in learning spiritualism, I'll be having them actually through the week. Okay, so if you're interested in learning some things, the price of the events will be under $10. If you are interested in learning poetry, I'll be having some poetry writing workshops this week. I highly recommend that you attend them if you are a poet, or if you want to write poetry, or if you're interested in just learning about, creative writing skills that the poets know. And you want to get into doing that, I highly recommend that you join my workshops this week. This is a very good week to get into the poetic side of literature. Okay, you don't have to be a poet. You could be a short fiction writer or a novel writer, but the poetics part is always important to know. If you're interested in learning that this week, I'll be teaching that in events. I will also be having a drawing in which someone will actually get a copy of my book on the craft of poetry. Someone will get a free copy of that. They'll be able to get the link to it, and they'll be able to read the book online. Okay, I'll be having a drawing for that. I'll also be giving out some other resources related to literary writing and poetry writing. So people will get like free PDFs and free resources as a parting gift. So I'll have some parting gifts for the writers at the workshop. We will have some prompts. I will be giving demonstrations, some game-changing creative writing tips, discussing how I wrote some of my recognized poems, some of my recent work. I'll be sharing a little bit of how I'm working on some recent work, so some of y'all can understand how I've written some of my recent work that's gotten attention, that's in the early stages. So you'll be able to have a look at some of my work that I've written over the last 2 months, and how I am building on the work, growing the work. I'll also be sharing a little bit about my current projects that I'm working on, and how I'm a little bit going about writing them, like basically some of my process, like how I'm really just beginning the work, and all of that. All right, if you're interested in that, please check the community news. I will be announcing my workshops that I'm having. I also will be teaching manifesting this week in the workshops. Okay, there will be videos in each workshop. There'll be like 1 or 2 videos that everybody will be watching, and then they can ask me questions. Like, we'll be covering the videos. This is my own videos. These videos are not public. I don't share these videos. I'll be playing these videos for everybody in the workshop. And then I'll be stopping the video and we'll be discussing. People can ask questions and then and all of that. Okay. I will have a package which you'll be able to buy to attend all the manifesting videos for the week, law of attraction for the week. Like, it'll be like one fee, like $25, and you get to go to all the events rather than paying for each individual event. So the packages will always be cheaper. So if you want to know how to buy the buy the package where you get to see all the videos for the week, then you got to check the community news. Or you can go to each event individually, but that'll be higher. The fee will be higher. It'll be cheaper to buy it as a package. My events will be in the evening hours in Eastern time. Okay, that way everybody can attend them. So they'll be between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, it'll be somewhere between that range, because there's people in the UK and other time zones. They're saying they can't make the morning hours in Eastern time. So I decided to host all my events, okay, between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern time. So write that down. So, I will announce by lunchtime every day on this channel in the community news. I would say by 2 p.m. Eastern time every day. Or in the community news, you will find out when I'm having my events. At some point, I will have a brochure made. Okay, it'll be a brochure. And if you email me, you can get on my members list and I will send you the brochure. Well, you'll know, like, the times I have my events and when I have certain type of events. It'll always be at the same time every week, but you'll get my brochure for the current month. So I'll be creating my mailing list this week. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Check the community news for some special announcements. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to send a donation of appreciation, you can send it to my Cash App at #Coach V Hunter. I know some of y'all want the guidance, so I am going to give a little bit of guidance out. No tarot, y'all. I do not do tarots anymore. The creator been warning me against the tarot card community, so I'm done, y'all. But I will give y'all something from my my self-compassion. I have a self-compassion cards that I leave on my table. Okay, it's just like, like a Rolodex. Like a Rolodex with quotes on it or whatever. So I'll just pick one for us all. Okay, let's see what I get here. All right. So something about taking care of your body. If you're in pain today, physically, take care of that. Some of y'all might need to detox your stomach all right. So name 3 things about yourself that you like and consider one of your heroes or role models. What 3 things do you have in common with them as a human being? So this is a synchronicity. I got that earlier today. So some of y'all need to look at role models. That's why I really want y'all to come to my events if y'all are creative. Okay, if you are a creative writer, a poet. Okay, I'm gifted in it, like straight gifted in it. So I would make a good role model for anyone who wants to write, tell it slant or write poetically. Okay, so I hope y'all join my events. So this is from the heart deck here. So that's definitely dealing with fiction, story writing, play, poetry, graphic art design, childhood stuff, watercolor, fashion, intuition. I might teach a course on intuition. I might end up teaching on that. I might have an event for that. Oh, thank you very much. See this here? See that Rolodex? See that? That's dealing with family too. Now, if this deals with family, if this dealing with family, okay, that's also dealing with Krampus energy. Krampus. Okay? Love and compassion. Some of y'all family members don't got no compassion for y'all. They don't care about compassion. How many times you said you can't argue, you don't feel well, you sick, or you sick to your stomach, or this is toxic, you tired of the gossiping, and they said they don't give a damn. Now y'all see what I'm talking about. See this? This deck right here? See this here? That's dealing with the stomach, the lungs, the genitals, your heart. Now you see why it's really important to get rid of toxic family members. They take the breath out of your lungs. They make you sick to your stomach. All of that. All of that blocks creativity. All of that blocks your magicianship. You'll start looking crazy, unclean, filthy, y'all. I'm telling you, no lie. You'll notice your health is going downhill. You can't take care of yourself. Your self-care starts suffering. You got to be careful what club you in. Believe it or not, them toxic family members was a club. You was in a club, but it was a toxic club. Just think about it. You was born and put in a club without your permission. Isn't that messed up? Like you just woke up one day, opened your eyes to this world, and you in some club that somebody else checked you into. Like that is wow. Like, woo! That is just wow. It just creeps me out to just know that. Like, who is all these people like in this room and in this waiting room? I'm going home to this house. I'm a little baby, and who these people? It's disturbing, y'all. Frankly, it's just creepy. All right, bye, everybody. Self-care, y'all. Look after yourself. Okay, if you don't do your self-care right now, you're gonna regret it. Okay, bye, everybody. Have a good one. See you later, Tyrone. I'm getting tired of you. You don't ever buy me nothing. Somebody's name is Tyrone. I know they tired of hearing that. How many times did you have somebody sing that song when you told them your name was Tyrone? How many times? People not respecting you, trying to treat you like Tyrone because your name is Tyrone. Y'all, I'm cutting up. I'll see y'all later. Bye, everybody.